Prince Louis's 8th birthday may have been marked publicly with a charming new portrait and warm wishes pouring in from royal fans around the world. But behind palace walls, the real magic of the day was said to be found in the thoughtful preparations quietly orchestrated by Princess Catherine and Louis's elder siblings. While royal birthdays often attract attention for grand traditions and official tributes, this celebration was reportedly designed around something much more personal, creating meaningful family memories for the youngest Wales child. For Princess Catherine, birthdays have never simply been about presents or parties. They are about moments, traditions, small details that children remember long after the wrapping paper is gone. And for Prince Louis, whose playful energy and mischievous charm have made him a favorite with royal watchers, his mother was determined this birthday would feel especially unforgettable. According to those close to the family, Catherine began planning weeks in advance, quietly putting together a day tailored to everything Louis loves most. Known for taking a deeply hands-on approach to parenting, the Princess of Wales reportedly wanted every part of the celebration to reflect Louis's personality: adventurous, curious, and full of fun. At the heart of her plans was a gift chosen with extraordinary care. Rather than opting for something extravagant, Catherine is said to have selected a present that combined play with creativity, a sophisticated, programmable Lego robotics set believed to have delighted the young prince instantly. The gift was said to be exactly the kind of thoughtful surprise Catherine favors, something educational, imaginative, and engaging, but above all, something she knew her son would treasure. When Louis opened the carefully wrapped box, insiders say his face lit up with excitement. For a child known to love building, exploring, and tinkering, the gift was a perfect fit. But what made it special was not simply the present itself, but the thought behind it. It reflected Catherine's well-known ability to tune into each child's individual passions and nurture them. And yet, the gift was only one part of a much bigger birthday vision. Sources suggest Catherine also planned several small surprises throughout the day to make Louis feel celebrated from morning to bedtime. Since his birthday falls during the school week, he was expected to spend part of the day at Lambrook alongside Prince George and Princess Charlotte, where classmates likely joined in the festivities. But the real family celebration was said to be waiting at Adelaide Cottage in Windsor later that evening. As with so many Wales family milestones, homemade traditions were expected to take center stage. No royal birthday would feel complete without one of Catherine's famous homemade cakes. The princess has spoken before about staying up until midnight icing cakes herself for her children, calling it a labor of love she would not trade for anything. Friends say Louis's birthday was no exception, with Catherine believed to have created another playful, personalized cake inspired by one of his favorite hobbies. It is those touches, the homemade icing, the family dinner, the late-night preparations that reveal so much about how Catherine wants her children to grow up. Even amid royal responsibilities, she has long tried to preserve a sense of ordinary childhood magic. Perhaps the most touching part of the celebration, however, was the role played by George and Charlotte. According to royal insiders, Louis's older siblings spent days preparing a special handmade surprise for their little brother. Rather than buying something lavish, they reportedly created a sentimental gift filled with personal meaning: a handmade birthday card decorated with favorite family photographs, drawings, inside jokes, and affectionate messages. George, increasingly mature and thoughtful as he nears his teenage years, is said to have written a heartfelt note for his younger brother, while Charlotte reportedly added her own artistic flourishes and playful touches. The result was less a gift than a keepsake, something Louis could hold on to for years. It was exactly the kind of gesture Catherine and William are believed to encourage, teaching their children that the most meaningful gifts often come from thoughtfulness, not expense. The siblings were also reportedly involved in planning games and little surprises for Louis later in the evening, with family activities centered around the outdoors likely playing a part. Given Louis's love of sports and nature, a birthday scavenger hunt, garden games, or cricket with his father would have been perfectly in keeping with the family's style. And Prince William, by all accounts, was every bit as involved. Friends have often said that Prince and Princess of Wales approach parenting as a partnership, and birthdays are no different. William was reportedly keen to make the day feel joyful and relaxed, helping create the warm, informal atmosphere the couple values so much for their children. That emphasis on family unity feels especially poignant this year. After a challenging period for Catherine personally, many royal watchers have noted how determined she appears to remain focused on creating happy, grounding moments for her children. Louis's birthday, in many ways, became another reflection of that devotion. Even amid uncertainty and pressure, Catherine seems committed to preserving childhood wonder. Those close to the family say she views these celebrations not as luxuries, but as anchors, moments that bring comfort, continuity, and joy. That philosophy is also said to shape her careful planning for her children's futures. As Prince George edges closer to major educational milestones, and Charlotte and Louis continue growing into their own personalities, William and Catherine reportedly remain deeply conscious of giving all three children a strong sense of identity and belonging. That includes Louis. Though he is often seen as the cheeky youngest sibling, there is said to be real care within the family to ensure he feels every bit as valued and encouraged as his brother and sister. Prince William, especially, has reportedly been mindful of avoiding the so-called spare dynamic that has shadowed royal history. Family moments like this birthday celebration reflect that intention. This was not a celebration defined by royal grandeur, but by thoughtful gestures, a mother staying up late to ice a cake, siblings crafting a homemade gift, a father organizing games, a family gathering privately around the dinner table. And perhaps that is what made it so meaningful. For all the fascination surrounding royal birthdays, the real story often lies in these quieter details, in the ordinary love behind extraordinary lives. For Prince Louis, turning 8 appears to have been less about pomp and more about being surrounded by the people who know him best and adore him most. A carefully chosen gift from his mother, a handmade surprise from George and Charlotte, family traditions lovingly upheld, new memories made in Windsor. Together, those things formed something far more precious than any lavish royal present. They created a birthday rich in affection, laughter, and belonging. And if the day succeeded in making Prince Louis smile, and perhaps making his mother smile too, then Princess Catherine's careful plans achieved exactly what she hoped. A memorable birthday, a meaningful one, and another cherished chapter in the close-knit story of the Wales family.